It's a state. Right, so basically I am ready whenever we whenever people join the stoat and say, and then I can give a previous lament.
Previous lament.
It's true.
The string is strumming. Oh, we should.
Squack. So, when should I start my...
Claire is reorganising herself, so we'll wait.
Wait, not yet.
Feel free to try to work out what you want to say.
Yes.
I should also not break everything.
Well, that won't break the stream, because it's streaming from my desktop. My desktop is fine.
Marshmallow everywhere. That made sense. Strangely, it did. Ooh. That's the noise of me seeing what's happened in that land.
Yes.
While I wasn't looking.
Well, the King of Sweden's been very busy.
I came over from marketing work for a bit and found that Verity was just giving somebody in Estonia a voice check. And while she was doing it, a thing popped up saying she just finished building her Germanian barracks. I said, no, people who live in guardhouses shouldn't throw Estonians.
Yes.
It was pleasing. I thought of throwing Estonians. I thought, well, nothing else makes sense. Then she built a barracks. I thought, aha!
Do squack.
In the zoomed in view, all the city names on the district names of household Pinsk, which gave me nearby.
Well, yes.
So all the interesting areas being ruled throughout by the Byzantine Empire. Brown bread.
I'll just at least go and see how it's
Bread
going.
for your bread gun.
Damn it. I shot.
That's some interesting numbers.
There's also interesting numbers.
Yes. Intriguing.
Yes. I might have a plan.
Well, when Claire gets back, we can
Yes. Well,
give her a summary of how
Let's
close we
do
are
so
and the
far.
history itself.
yes.
This is what you have by your Universalis. What is the condition of this game? Does it run up to 5th birth?
Yes. 1453, I think, Ben checked us.
Something like that. The date of the fall of the Byzantine Empire in the real world, which is a conventional end of the Middle Ages date. And what's the aim to have done by then?
The aim is not to have died by then.
The game is very deliberately open-ended in that it doesn't have the official manual essentially says what you do with the game is up to you. We keep track of a score if you would like a score.
Which is this thing in the top right.
Yes.
And it will give you a rank in the end of how other great houses of the eras in which you're playing have done.
Or I think did in the real world
Yes.
rather than in the
Yes, rather than in game.
So
Well, in single player mode. In obviously in multiplayer mode.
There's no reason why it shouldn't track how the great houses really do in the game, because they exist.
It's true.
And I'm pretty confident it's keeping track of the prestige of everyone just in case.
Yes.
And if your aim is to out-empire the biggest empire that was actually existed in these times, then it'll give you the information. To find
There
out
are
what
some
it's got.
challenges you can do, like the SPQR challenge, which is pleased to get your empire to the extent of the maximal extent of the Roman Empire.
Not just that, refound the Roman Empire and expand to the maximum size of the Roman
Okay.
Empire ever reached.
Right, yes, I'm going to admit that will definitely be a challenge.
So you have a fairly limited set. I think that essentially means you have to start as the Byzantine Empire
And then
convert it back into the Roman Empire by taking Rome,
Rome, and then really go
and
for it.
then expand at a moderately terrifying rate.
Yes. Do we have Claire yet?
No sign of yet, I'm afraid. Aha, we have Claire. Right.
Right. Previously on Crusader Kings 2. So, you will observe that more of Europe is this sort of weird pinky beige colour. Salmon. I have got back bits of Ireland and Scotland and Wales and England that I previously lost in a freak incident. In a freak independence, have filled in a couple of gaps around Poland, expanded a bit into Germany, and one of my vassals has just gone and conquered most of Lapland, for which I thank my vassal. Mind you, I did appoint him with this in mind. At the moment, most of my nearest neighbours have the massive problem that they're in a defensive pact against me because I'm threatening. My threat has decayed because I haven't actually gone on an offensive war for a little while. But mysteriously they all still hate me. This might be because these days I have like over 40,000 stoats at arms. It's a little bit low at the moment because I have just been in a massive prolonged war to help out the King of Anatolia.
Utterly unsuccessfully, because Verity only sent about 5,000 troops to help him.
Yeah, but my vassals weren't very happy about that, so so yes, you can see that that there's a set of unhappy vassals who are dealing with the fact that they were sent off to fight in Anatolia. And many places consider, Francia's lost some of itself to the Holy Roman Empire, but it has expanded into Spain instead. The Byzantine Empire is looking a bit rocky, in fact, as we approach the notional end date of 1453, which is, I believe, the date of the fall of Constantinople.
Constantinople has already fallen, or at least has declared independence from the
Yes.
Byzantine Empire.
It's now...
To be fair, there's no sign of the Ottomans.
So from Constantinople's point of view, it hasn't fallen, everyone else has.
It's possible, it's best not to inquire. Yes, my initial plans were to try and go after Austrasia or Pomerania, but they are mysteriously still full of a defensive pact against me. However, the fall of the Holy Roman Empire fall of Byzantium has given me an entertaining opportunity. You'll see in this long list of weak claims that I have the Kingdom of Epirus. Thank you. That I have a claim on behalf of one of my dukes. And the Byzantine Empire, I should have done the clicky thing.
Ben, just to split your attention, there's a question about music.
Anyway, the Byzantine Empire has rather fewer troops than I might expect, rather less than half of mine, and about the same amount of money. So, I think it might be time to go to war for the Kingdom of Epirus. I have no idea where the Kingdom of Epirus is. Maybe I should find out where the Kingdom of Epirus is. Oops. Kingdom of Epirus. So the Kingdom of Epirus is this rather distributed set of blobs that can constitute like quite a lot of Greece and some random bits of the Crimea just because.
The Epirus? Sorry, I'm doing a theory.
Why is the K underlined?
Probably them crosses, isn't it?
Right, this is Epirus.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, and there's a big swathe of it over in
It's
like
about half of that bit of the
Byzantine
Byzantine
Empire.
Oh, and Egypt as well.
Oh, ye gods, there's Egypt. There's a bit in Italy and a bit in the Crimea.
I don't know why it's
It would certainly be an entertaining expansion of Poland. I mean, it would mean you would no longer be asking where the hell have all those camels come from, because you would actually own camels.
Oh, there's another bit of Egypt. Not Egypt, North Africa. Well, we know that we know now that the camels come from Poland. But oh, it's my cousin. How nice. Well, worst that happens is, well, let's try declaring war on him. So let's just check we don't have anything better. We can claim York and a bunch of tiny holdings, but I think the Kingdom of Epirus is just fantastically hilarious. And right, let's just check. You are in a vassal relationship with me. Brilliant. So if we lose some prestige, we lose like 850 money. And if we wipe peace, we just lose some prestige and we have bags of prestige. So not yet. Let's check he's not got any really good pacts. Right, he doesn't have any good pacts. In fact, most people have pacts saying, oh my god, no. Right, let's declare war on the Byzantine Emperor for Epirus. Right, wow. This is an entertaining way to spend time. Oh, I've got allies. Let's invite my allies in. Right. So, Mr. Bond. Let's zoom in. Well, I think I probably have to raise all my levies, really.
You've gone to war with Byzantine Empire, right?
Yep, I've gone to war with the Byzantine Empire. I've called in my allies, don't worry. I wasn't, completely daft. Or I've asked them to join in. Whether they join in or not is a rather different thing.
What's the relative size of you and the Byzantine Empire at this stage?
I'm about twice as big.
Owing to the Byzantine Empire having lost.
European
But
Byzantine
basically, all of the things that the large area labelled Karvuna used to be the Byzantine Empire, but isn't anymore. And there are various other small kingdoms around there that have also fallen out of the Byzantine Empire. Quickly trying to improve national
Everyone's opinion.
Being slightly annoyed that you're on the 1st of the month, so you may have to wait a month before it has any effect.
Oh well. Oops, that wasn't what I meant to do. I do have the small problem that there aren't going to be that many Polish troops because they're recovering from my previous war. Oh well. Let's also check my commander status. Do I have anyone really good lying around? I do not. Right. So I need to. Who the hell are they? Mauritian army. Right, well, I need to avoid them. So. What was that?
I've stopped trying to explain music.
Okay, well, I'm busy sorting out my troops. Which is fine. I've got a couple of holdings I can besiege, so I will do that. Including a trade post. Brilliant. So, and you, what have you got? You're a trade post. Local leash, levy fleet.
They keep talking about Shadow, if that helps. I don't know who that makes it mean, or who Shadow is, but if that helps, then it helps.
Okay, let's raise leash, levy fleet. Get on there.
Squawk!
So, what exactly are you besieging there? You're actually busy. Hey, how is Bochnia back in?
Damn it!
God damn it! I only nicked that off the Germans like half an hour ago.
Bochnia.
When
Yes.
you say half an hour ago, you actually mean like
Like
about
200
200
years
or
ago.
300 years ago in game time.
Your point is?
Point. Local.
What is the rate of time flow in this game?
It's variable.
Yes, you have a Star Dreamer, essentially. Currently 0. On the grounds that you could slow it down to real time, but when the game lasts 700 years, real time and stationary are pretty much identical. But you could turn it up to like probably it's like a month or so a second maybe at the top end. Turning it all the way up is generally not necessary unless you're in a tiny realm and being very bored.
Yeah, that never happens. So, position. That's actually proper holding.
Right. You've allowed a day to pass, have you?
Yes, that's because a bunch of the trade posts
I don't know that you get any war score for besieging trade posts.
Yeah, but you know.
So they've still got plenty of trade posts. Oh yes, Epirus was the other big
Trading one,
Epirus the other big trading place after Cornwall.
Aha, excellent. At least one of my allies is coming to say hello.
Oh good, yes. Oh, damn it, Anatolia owes you at least something.
It's true.
Wasn't actually? What didn't the other ally call you in? Was the other war? No, were they both Anatolia?
They're both Anatolia.
Okay. Well, he definitely owes you something for the. Oh, what was it? Oh, I don't know. That's quite a large army.
That's not. Some of it's the Byzantine Empire.
Oh,
Most of it's somebody else.
Okay, has the Byzantine Empire called anyone in on his side?
It's an interesting question.
I mean, I thought you said you couldn't, so no, okay. Right, that's fine.
Yeah.
So whatever they're doing there, they're kind of confusing.
So let's. Let's abandon Bochnia.
Well, it essentially hasn't started. Like you're
Yes.
only a week into the war.
Yes.
So I think it's
So let's run away from that giant army
I mean,
until.
if you could get there, you'd still need slightly more even to go around with splat 5,600.
Yes, and the problem is
And
that those two armies are far too close together to try dividing and conquering. You
Yeah,
need at least a county separation to try that, and even then you're vulnerable to the.
Because they might turn round.
Yes.
So yeah, I think the best you can do with those is to hope that the ones that aren't the Byzantine Empire aren't actually fighting you. They just happen to be in the area.
Yes.
Because like there are often hostile armies for reasons, but who aren't actually
So you're
going to be immediately hostile to you. And in particular, it does look like they're going in slightly different directions.
That's fine. They've actually got a small army there. It's just Byzantine, and I'm going to try and dodge the big army. Where the bloody bishops right again. Right, so you have a thing of 20. He has a thing of 19. She is now my new court chaplain. You, on the other hand, are going to go over there. You are going to go down there. Put someone in charge
So, who is that 1446 going to meet?
of you. Byzantine Empire.
Right, so you think it's going to meet the 1410, is it?
Yes. Anyway, right.
So you think that you have-
Let's read my messages. People are leaving the defensive pact now I've gone to war with the Byzantine Empire. Presumably because, of course, I'm not going to go to war with them for, like, the next millennium.
I mean, I don't think that should make any difference, but
I mean, I
Right.
might just have tipped... No, I haven't even tipped below 50%, which was, I thought, my next...
yeah, I don't know. We don't quite understand why people leave defensive pacts, but like
This is certainly true.
they will almost certainly have rejoined at least by the time you actually take Epirus. So you might quickly declare war on somebody else before you finish this war.
It's possible.
Pest, for instance, if they've left the defensive pact, you've got the claim against their entire territory.
I do indeed
So you
have
can
a claim
probably take
against
them
them.
with whatever's left after you've. realm with your, if you finished it, Bedlam Illusion.
Yes, I have. You're marching over there, you're going over there. Right. What are you doing? Right, you've besieged the thing. Raise the levy fleet. Get on a ship. Send you off down here. In. Glue those fleets together.
You're gluing their feet together.
I'm gluing their fleets together. Right. Let's some time. Uh-oh, they've acquired a bunch more people. Oh my god, that's like slightly nearby. So you're
So
going
who is
to...
the other army then? No, it's
So hang on, right. Byzantine army is going to Drenrod, which is that one. You lot are going to Saxe. Right, okay. Oops, no, that's the wrong button. Right, we explicitly route everyone else round Saxe.
if both of the Byzantine armies are going there, you don't really stand much chance against them.
There's only one Byzantine army, it's 1400.
Oh right, right. That's showing you both. Yeah. Oh, and the 18,000 are stationary,
The 18,000 are stationary and there's 6,000.
going one way, and
Yes.
1,400 going the other. Right. I
Yes.
understand. Yes.
Right.
That is all fine. I'm
Well.
not worried anymore. When I say fine, I mean you might survive.
Yes.
You might win the battle. I don't know, but
I don't
you
know
probably
either.
want some very good commanders.
Yeah, don't worry. Actually, what have I got in that? No, I need to... Let's... Can't leave bishops alone for 2 minutes.
Where is the Byzantine army going now? Is it worth standing still to get a defensive advantage?
They're going to Lutsk.
Which is where your army is.
Yes, so
Is they? Oh, too late.
I'm movement locked. So,
I think when I mentioned it, you weren't. But
and no, I was because I was paused at that point. Right, I need to go and check what is happening in. Hang on, let's do this the quick. Let's try and do this the quick way. Right. Apply glue. Get on ship. Piss off. 2. Around here somewhere will do. What I really want is a thing that, you know, notifies me when my troops have got there for these massive scale wars. Because... Right, so... We have a fight here. Pause. Well, everyone's leaving the defensive pact against me, so you're right, I might be able to get another war in after this one, but first, of course, I have to deal with this war. Someone's joining the defensive pact, well that makes a change. I think yes, I checked, he was a...
You did go through pretty much. Well, anyone
Yes.
who's a viceroy, you must have put there, and you would certainly have tried to get them to convert when you instated them.
Or at the very least when I... Right, well, I won a battle, that's got me the grand total of 0 war score.
It might be slightly above 0, it's just rounded to 0 in your interface.
It's true.
If you click on war, you might be able to find out the answer.
Yes. Anyway, user interface.
Mouse over battles? No.
Yeah, no,
Battles
it
over-
really
battles,
is.
The battle's 0%.
Yeah,
You didn't mouse over the 0% for battles.
battles, did I not?
No.
Ah, god damn it.
Oh, right. I think it tells you, does it not tell you there? Over 0%, I think if you hover over, no, the one for battles, which you actually have some of. Does that not? No.
Usually if you hover, if you hover over
that as
war
well,
score,
yeah,
it gives
okay,
you the drop
okay,
down.
yes, you're quite right. Sorry. So yes, pilot votes. That was actually such a small battle in the context of this war.
Yes, in the context of our notional troops. Anyway, I have a plan which is to besiege this handy bit of the Byzantine Empire that's lying around. While carefully dodging this large
I
army.
think those guys are also at war with the Byzantine Empire.
Yes.
Which is why that eastern one of those provinces is already striking.
Yes, but that's fine. I want to leave that to them.
Yes.
And then, come down to...
It won't be in their interest to get into a fight with you like this.
it's true. So,
They could have just used the phrase éminence grisant.
I had just said Eminence Grease in return, so he was being a fool at me. It wasn't totally out of the blue, just out of the grey.
stuffing on a ship. What are you not doing there and not in there? Get over there. Let's glue you lot together.
Taking the trade boats is probably worthwhile for money. If nothing else.
Indeed.
Yes, you can sell cottages even if the trading house has already got them. I think there are even two. Oh no, no, of course, copies.
I need to leave
No
those
coffee has
there
reached
for a bit.
Northern Europe yet. So.
I don't think so, not yet.
Sure, sure.
Probably zoom out one level. Yes, I can zoom out one level. Still see where my armies are. It's slowly stoating their way around here. I'm going to Berwick. How many people do I need there? Not very many, actually. That's fine. And I can march these guys over there once they've maybe finished their siege. Right, let's... Oops. Damn it. The problem is that if
Yes.
it will... So I
It's
lost
Taylor or
something
Taylor Power.
somewhere, but I have no idea
I think there's something
what.
else that was offering. That's correct.
I suspect you have a pile of trade posts similarly.
vulnerable to
easily besiege.
being kicked
I mean,
over.
you've got 7 money for besieging that trade post, so it's not like it's going to. And it's not your money that you lose.
It's true.
It's whoever owns the trade post. I think.
Glue. Right, that's now a respectable sized army, and we'll get a bit more
Snooze
respect.
you on snooze day.
Very likely.
Snooze.
Sure. Oh right, you're just empty and waiting for a thing.
Should they? What about not besieging a trade post, or is there something actually worthwhile? The 2037 in the northeast.
They're besieging something worthwhile. They're besieging an actual holding. And I will eventually. Right, anyway, let's send you what over there. Which
No,
will,
that's a trade post.
it's not a trade post.
Siege of trade post of Lanamar.
Okay, sorry, it is.
It's a trade post with a level 6
Fort. Okay, that was what misled me.
I mean, I was going, is that really a church? A level 6 church? But no, it's even weirder.
Weirder, it's level 6 trade post.
The church is owned by the Holy Roman
Yeah,
Empire.
well,
People and good night, people in earshot of any.
Good night. Right, so we now have giant army, which we will send to somewhere around here. What have we got there? Oh, we've got a trade post. Let us sneeze at the trade post. We have snooze at the trade post. Oops. Apply army glue. Embark the army. Send the army over here. One day, some of my galleys may turn up. Bloody hell, the bishops can't cope for 5 minutes. Oh, people are joining the defensive pact again. That feels much more like it. So, what have we here? We have a 6.5 fort, which is just sit down and wait. Like that. Actually, what I will do is, while I'm waiting for that fort, which will undoubtedly be slow, I will send them over to Caithness to pick up that small lot. Let's just check there aren't any actual... Those aren't Byzantines, they're just some kind of state right there. Oh dear, someone has snuffed it. Will nobody rid me of these turbulent priests?
Well, quite a lot of your ships have arrived. Where you sent them to.
They're not there yet.
That's the same sea area, isn't it?
Okay, I thought they were going to... Right, so... Well, let's unload them. What's the supply limit? Oh, hang on, I need to select the troops, don't I? Right, so they're going there. Select troops. Go there. Right, so they have an army of 14,000 over there. That's fine. I have some more blokes in ships on their way. Oh dear, we're suffering a bit of attrition there. Any particular reason? We're not at the supply limit.
If you select the army, you should get a...
It's true.
Oh, because the mountains stop them getting supplies in
From Poland.
Because they're on the wrong side of the Carpathians. I know where the Carpathians are.
Yes, but that should improve once we've dealt with that fort. Okay, let's unpause. Nearby friendly port.
I think you've just sent troops.
What? Pause. Pause, pause, pause. Troops. Go. Troops. Go.
I would be trying to wait until the troops actually get off the ship before
Yes. Right.
you direct the ships.
Ah, they've gone to my trade post over there. Fine. In that case, I might... It's on pause so that things can happen. Excellent, more Cathars. So how goes the nibbling? Go okay. Right, my plan is to besiege a bit down here so that I'm getting some ticking war score. Then probably that's going to then head back up towards Zadar and then try and bring my troops from down there up to Zadar and my troops from up here down to Zadar and squeeze them in some kind of squeezing thing. Glue. So you're besieging there. We have 14,000 troops, nearly 15,000. Who the hell are you? Red Ruthenia. Ah! Jesus Christ. Okay, 21,000
Troops have just
turned up from absolutely nowhere. Right. Well, that's an entertaining thing. So...
You can of course check what the Empire has hired.
That's true.
So yes, they have hired 10,000 troops.
Yep. Also, they appear to have got like 48,000, 43,000 from their vassals.
Well, happily, Yes, happily they are also in like several wars, I think.
Yes. Right, anyway, so mercenaries, you say?
Are there actually any available?
This is often the problem.
So the Sardinian band are available. And the White Company and Visigoths. So yes, it's not completely. There's not a complete absence of available mercenaries.
It's true. So, company. The Star. So, that is basically what that's. 1,000. So I can afford them for like a couple of years. Ish. Or I can afford that lot for quite a bit longer.
While they're there.
Let's go and squash that lot. And then I can join them up with that lot and then march them down there, and then that's a credible force. Excellent. Right, okay, I think that is a plan. Embark you on approximately 1 million ships. Send you over here.
Oh, you have a youth in the Poland.
Pause. That's still a 6.5 fort. Ooh, I've finished building a tavern. I won't build anything else for the time being. So, he's Cathar, and he loves me. Brilliant! Right, excellent. Actually, let's just check that that hasn't... Woohoo! Hang on, let's go look at the actual vassal tab. Right, that's a big enough army, I can just raise it. Raise the... Right.
You may again need to wait until the end of the month for anything to sort stuff out. Maybe. Assuming that it has just raised somewhere. We need to find the capital of Poland, and I don't know where that is.
There.
Oh, there, okay. Well, it hasn't just raised.
No. Oh, if it has raised them, it's raised them somewhere bloody stupid. Let's just...
Well, it should. If you do it from the military plane, they should turn up at the capital of at the Liege capital. Liege capital, that's its capital.
Yeah. The place where the relevant person is. Right. Hey, you've off-sodded from...
Yes. We saw you coming.
Let's zoom in a bit. Where are you going? You're going to clock. I mean, that was defending valiantly, but are going to be squished, which probably produce a measurable change in war score. Right, more little carlings. Ooh, that's given us a grand total of -1. Right, so where are you guys going? Yes, the wrong way. That's fine. I'll just nip back up to Krakow. And now you're going to Marienburg. Fine.
Are you sure you want to keep that army?
No, actually, you're quite right. I should. Right, let's bring you down here somewhere.
Your right click on the first to the 13 down, didn't it?
Thank you.
I have knees. I definitely have knees.
Right, well, let's corrupt little carlings. So, right, let's. Yeah. Let's find the guys. Oh dear. Pause. Dial. Stress. He was a potential. He was. My heir is currently Duchess of Buccleuch, right?
Probably arrange to at least get it back to Wilbert.
It's no will. Well,
Or whoever is in.
inheritance.
Whoever is currently. Yeah, Viceroy, the Viceroy of Ireland
Yes.
was our other candidate. So.
Although. Yes.
Well, Oakwood was the other candidate.
Yes.
As in, he was the one we brought in, but then decided we had someone slightly better as a second candidate. So I think maybe Oakwood may be the new
Viceroy
of
of
Sweden.
Sweden. Yes.
Yes.
So.
And Wilbert may be the new Emperor-elect.
So. Let's find. Realm. You're my nephew. You don't have any land.
So he will need a county. Oh dear.
Ah. Wow. Well, I don't need to do anything about it imminently. I've got a war to win.
The major danger of not filling the
Viceroyalty is
that it might turn into a full kingdom if someone other than your heir inherits it.
yes.
So I would say first, can you nominate Wilbert as next king of Sweden and get that to stick? And if not, then maybe you want to pick someone aged like 60-ish as a temporary viceroy.
Let's swap back
I
to focus.
suspect Wilbert is too distant.
Yeah.
So I'd be kind of inclined to find a convenient vassal who likes you.
But who's also, like, quite old. Like you. Well, he's 55. Yeah, let's go with him. It'll be a laugh. Sweden, right. At least have dealt with that. Chancellor, appoint Chancellor. Norway. Let's just check we don't have any factions. We are currently bizarrely faction free. Let's improve diplomatic relations with Poland. So, okay, that's not a disaster. You are chipping away. There's nothing big nearby.
I
Right.
think there may be more armies to unload from ships. You might not want one of those into that. The empty ones you might want to send somewhere else, but maybe to avoid getting. I don't know how many other armies there are in there.
There's no other armies. You are heading this way. I don't have very many. Yes, I can clearly just miss some of these. So, like, I can dismiss you.
We'll lose you some ships.
Send you over there. Dismiss you. Yeah, and dismiss you in a bit.
Our allies' troops are starting to turn up.
That's nice. Yes. So.
I think the Byzantine Empire may be in really quite a lot of wars at the moment.
I think it is. Right. It's true.
All sorts of time.
Well, let's march them through. Let's try and march them through.
I don't know. I was merely asking.
No, I know what the supply limit is. It's 18,000. I had in fact looked this up. Ooh, you're a 7.5 fort. Oh, that's going to take a while. So let's do that.
Holding in Hull is under siege.
Oh, yeah, so it is.
Defending that is likely to be a lot of hassle.
It's true. I think I want to try and win the war elsewhere.
What were the sign is a red cross about these ones, isn't there? Or something sign. Am I thinking of level crossing from Stack?
A very
Red
oblique
cross?
red cross with a white border is, I think it's that way around, is a level crossing. It might be a white cross with a red border actually. Is a level crossing without barriers, I think.
The picture doesn't stick with the red cross on top of that or something. Oh, never mind. Oh, that's it. Yeah, never mind. Okay, fine. Yeah.
So, those lot will probably try and get together enough to besiege some places. Let's split that half. And send that one over there. So that I can have 2 sieges going. You are in a friendly port. Let's disband you. Port. Disband. Okay, I've got another 15,000 states, which we can send there. No, hang on, oh well, never mind. I have 303 here somewhere. Oh, goodness knows where they are. Glue. Besiege. Okay, the Byzantine Empire are busily pissing off to fight someone else. Okay. I mean, I guess. Realistically, what I want is to win a siege or 2 somewhere.
There's one useful thing you could do with those ships.
Yes.
If they're just hanging around, if you scatter them around, they can they give you vision.
It's true, they do.
So like putting them in.
Let me just unload this lot. There. And then excellent, right. So Actually, I might as well watch them in.
So enough supply unit there.
I'm going to be loading them into ships very, 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 very shortly. Like you lot are going straight on the ship now. Embark on me. I mean, we will have a small seasickness problem, but equally, I've got like 30,000 troops.
Notice the 22,000 Byzantine army.
I am noticing the 22,000 Byzantine army over there. I am seriously considering pulling this lot out and pulling them down there. But equally, I'm considering that I'm going to send my guys in ships over here, hopefully win some battles, and get on. Basically a row service, only with some seasick soldiers and some extremely confused camels. Oh good, more places have gone Cathar. Excellent.
So 30,000 troops have disembarked, feeling a bit wheezing.
Yes. Oh damn it, I don't even have the right bloody commanders in there. Should have checked that first. I can't change that during
I have to
battle.
do this before they arrive.
Yes. It's paused. That's nice. But fortunately I do have quite a lot of troops. Oh, someone else is going for a crusade to get Sardinia and Corsica back. Some of which I think is still held by the Byzantine Empire. I won a battle somewhere. That's nice. What battle where and against whom?
I think it was in the Carpathians.
I found some of the Byzantine Empire.
Yeah. But
Pardon me.
I think that was a fight. It looks like you've just had a battle finish in Carpathians there.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? Okay, right, they snuck up on me while I was busy distracted down here.
I think that was a successful battle. In
Hooray. Just about. %17% more score. Right. And there is a big army on the way, but that's fine. Let's put in the big beasts. Oh, we've got someone leading here. Okay, that's fine. Let's get back Zadar on the grounds that it's quite useful. Where are you going? You're going north. So, I might want at some point to make a slightly tactical retreat.
Almost done siege.
But yes, I'm going to let that. I'm obviously going to let this siege complete.
And indeed, you can probably wait until they actually engage if they're if your two are in adjacent counties.
Maybe. The supply limit's quite low in here, though.
Yes, so that's why you want to stay separate until the
yes.
fight.
Well, the other option is to fall back into Poland, where, you know, I have no supply problems, but they obviously are going, oh my god, it's a long way away from everything. Well, not quite, but, you know, retreat a couple of counties into Poland so that they're not right on the doorstep. Anyway, I'm busy besieging that place back. That's going fine. Excellent. Do we have any useful technology advances we can purchase with this? Some skirmish. No. Don't need more ships. I'm not in any way short of ships. Ships are not the problem. Yes, in fact, what I want to do really is retreat back into this county. Basically, excellent, we are now at, oh well, let's assault that, get some more score. Wait.
Is there enough supply in space to...
Not quite. Okay. So they're going to be heavish. Let's retreat you lot out of there on the grounds that it's scary. Here's my supply. My supply limits. Oh, they're marching some more. No, they're not marching more troops back in there. Whatever. I think both get marched back into Poland. Whereupon to meet with Macbeth or something like that. Yes, it's not so much that I don't have the right numbers of troops, it's that I don't have them in the right bloody place. Pause. Glue. Reconvene to have the dream team. Reconfigure this lot to have the B team, just in case anyone comes knocking while we are busy trying to damn it, where have they disappeared to? Let's head that way. Actually, let's I don't want you to arrive there. I think you want to stop besieging because I've got a handy place to besiege and there's no army currently out to get me. Okay, well they've literally disappeared from there. I could really do with like a Frisiv style set of red dots on a map somewhere. Congratulations, Jacob, your user interface design is better than that of Crusader Kings 2. Admittedly, that might be because you nicked it from Civ. Oops, I should have thanked Jesus. Oh no, it doesn't matter, I've already achieved my maximum piety. I am indeed hugely pious. Ooh, we won another siege. Excellent. Let's assault Zadar. And that trade post. So where are you going? You're going to cover. They're going that way. Okay.
Edge along the coast and besiege yes, no, you've got 2 armies in that.
Yes, I know, and I'm going to have to make sure I leave it as 2 because, well, as I edge along the coast, because not all counties #. Right, has that given us anything useful technology-wise? Not quite. Very nearly.
Like that. 2 more months.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're slightly over supply units in that county.
Right, yes, I thought they might be. Right, well, let's send that one off there. And the idea is to try and keep them both together.
Yeah, so that if you get attacked, you can
Bring them together quickly.
the other in.
Yeah, well, that's a boring sit and wait siege because there's a lot of Right.
A rather large contingent of defenders.
That's true. How are you? So you're going back to Zadar, are you? Well. Let's see about that. Oh, some of my allies have turned up. Excellent. That's nice. Any chance you can turn up here? Because there's a 23,000 strong army kicking around somewhere and I don't know where it is. All these big 7.5 forts.
Because we've been spending the last 700 years getting good at building castles.
It's true. At the moment, my dynasty is being very good at building carlings.
There's the 22,000 troops.
Oh yes, so they are.
I think get yourself some good commanders and DD. Are you in good defensive country there? I think you might be. No, plains.
Boring. But I've got some very good commanders there. And the rest of my army is busy kicking ass down in... I'm a little bit worried about the numbers too. But I don't think I can get anything from anywhere.
Well, no, I think your own hope would have been to retreat to better defensive country.
Yes. Unfortunately, they were coming from the hills.
Yeah, you might have been able to get away with retreating back into Sved Kingdom. But we'll see.
It's true.
You do have the better commanders.
Yes,
Maybe I feel that might be enough.
it's true. I don't have the best troops in this set either, because I've got the what are you lot doing? You're running away. You lot should get over here. Yes. Well, unless something really exciting happens, that's going to be a bit of a squishing. Oh, I've been captured. That's a minus 100% war score. I won a battle.
Well, you don't have to surrender, but you probably will. You probably demand surrender fairly soon.
It's true. 2 children lack a guardian. I wonder why.
Because their guardian is now being imprisoned by the
Byzantine Emperor. Wow.
Right. Well. I suspect that you will shortly be called upon to surrender.
Well, that gives me no money, and I now need a new admission. I can now have a new ambition, which I suspect is probably.
I think being in prison has wrecked your diplomacy.
Yes, minus
Which
10.
means you can
being
now
in touch.
try to improve your diplomacy. Go on then.
It's true.
Right, meanwhile, you're in prison.
Right.
So there's not much you can do while you're in prison.
It's true. I can't.
Duchess Edberg, who is
Who's my
quite
regent?
entertainingly dressed.
She's got a very
I
good
think
hat.
She's going to take her helmet off soon. Oh no, you have to dismiss all your arms, sort out tidying up all these armies you've got kicking around.
Yes. Anyway. So, right.
Happily.
Mostly everyone's in a sensible place. Or can be in a sensible place fairly quickly. And you are in any case going to Saxe, which is fine.
You could dismiss.
Oh yes, I can dismiss my hard army straight away because I don't give a shit what happens to them. Bye bye. Well, I will at the end of the month.
Right, I think you. I think
I
you
got-
must have released you.
I think I got released from prison. Isn't that nice? How considerate.
In return for not going to war against the Byzantine Empire for a decade.
It's true. Yes. Well, I think that was a war that was eminently winnable. I mean, getting captured was, unlucky. That's a, random number generator thing.
Well, it won't happen unless you manage to lose a battle that you're in charge of.
Yes. But so
Does that mean you have no troops raised?
no, not yet.
Oh right,
They're still getting back down there. What I am going to check is whether Pest is in the defensive pact against me, which low it is. And
You need to go up to
I
the top
need to
level.
go up to the top.
Right.
Yeah, but I've been having such good luck with right clicks today. Let's just assume that everyone is in the defensive pact against me because pretty much everyone is. So it is the Hockmeister. Oh look, he's in the defensive pact against me. Oh, Novosibirsk is now its own little thing. I think some.
No, that's part of Australia.
Is it?
You're just zoomed in so far you get county names in that.
Defensive pact. Well, what a shock. Right. Right. Dismiss. Dismiss, which will at least cheer everyone up. I mean, mostly they're probably cheered up because they're spending all their time laughing about how hilariously bad I was. Well, that's fine. I can wait for things to happen. Astonishingly, there is only one thing of independence. So you are the
Is your ship actually in the Adriatic actually moving?
Yes. No. What's it doing there? Let him move on. Right, anyway, pause. Fish him out of there. Stick him in there. To improve the situation somewhat. That should mean that I now have nothing raised. Excellent.
Except you have 161 on vessel levies raised.
Somewhere. Okay, give me a second. I'm just checking what's happening to. Aha. I won't fire him because he'll just get pissed off, but I do at least have options for when that
You've
happens.
still got 161 vessels levies raised.
Anyway, well, right, military. I would quite like a clue as to where. Has anyone seen my small vassals?
I mean, you can just dismiss them and not worry too much about
I
that.
suppose
You might lose some.
it's true. Let's do that.
It is just before midnight. You could declare that this is
I could declare this is a good point at which to stop and
failed to take a large kingdom off the
Byzantine Empire. Yes, as I say, that was mainly slightly through bad luck. Yes, anyway, I will save Mistote. Right, I need to be stopping the stream any second now, so good newt.
Good news if anyone's still away.